Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation of my research project all semester. I chose to do Chipotle and Qdoba, Battle of the Burritos, if you will. Chipotle is obviously the main focus of mine, but Qdoba is their closest competitor that I also researched. So, Chipotle was founded in 1993 in Denver, Colorado. Um, they were actually founded in an old um, ice cream building close to one of the Denver college campuses. So, kind of from the get go, and they were kind of a college, young adult type brand. They're a fast casual kind of restaurant. So that means that they're not fast food. They're not the McDonald's or the Taco Bells or the Taco Johns of the world, but they're also not an El Patrio or a sit down a Lazari's or something sit down restaurant. They're kind of in between where you can go there, you can eat quickly, but you can also sit down, you can be casual, you can have fun conversations. Um, Kind of a hip with it, very very modern type of indoor decor and stuff like that. Previous investors, kind of interestingly enough, McDonald's was an investor in Chipotle at one point in time. They obviously are not anymore, as Chipotle became a publicly traded company in 2006. Most of this was because of they were growing very quickly, and they also, went away from the McDonald's type of investors because of their growing ideals and values in sustainability and animal welfare and cause marketing around locally sourced and organically grown food. Finally, the company does have two um, kind of brands that are associated with them that they own. Pizzeria Locale and Shop House were started also in Denver, and they are kind of the same type of fast casual restaurant where they have locally sourced food ingredients and kind of stick to those Chipotle ideals. Chipotle's mission is to grow and change the way people think and eat about food. Um, so basically, that's kind of what we talked about. They have a. We'll talk about the cause marketing a lot in just a little bit, but they want people to really think about and enjoy the food that they're eating. They want them to understand where it's coming from, and they want it to have a purpose. Their tagline is it's kind of I think they have a lot of taglines, but food with integrity is kind of the main idea behind a lot of their promotions, a lot of their food, and it's found a lot on their website. This idea of food with integrity, uh, animal welfare, organically grown food without chemicals, kind of idea behind their business plan. So obviously, naturally and organically grown food. Qdoba, on the other hand, their website is not nearly as in depth or doesn't go nearly as far about their company. Their company information is actually pretty hard to find. Their website is mainly all based on their menu and their products and their catering services. So Qdoba, like Chipotle, was opened in 1995, also in Denver, Colorado, kind of ironically, but it's a little bit of a looks like a little bit of a spin-off company, a lot of the same ideas, but a very different marketing strategy. They were acquired by Jack in the Box in 2003, which was a huge investment opportunity for Jack in the Box. They were expanding their portfolio and wanted not only a fast casual style of restaurant, but also a Mexican style of restaurant in their portfolio. And so they acquired them in 2003. Like I said, fast casual style of restaurant, same idea as Chipotle. Very modern inside, very, come as you are, eat, hang out and eat if you want to, but if you need to take it to go, that's fine too. Type of restaurant. And then their kind of tagline or motto is food for people who love food. Just kind of like I said, come as you are, come enjoy our food. It's going to be great. It's going to be healthy. It's going to be fresh, and it's going to be consistent. Looking at the companies side by side, Chipotle is obviously quite a bit bigger than Qdoba. They have over 1,600 stores nationwide. They employ 45,000 people and have a revenue of $3.2 billion, which was an increase in sales by 17.7% in 2013. Qdoba, on the other hand, they only have about 600 stores, and they are in 47 states, but they're heavily located kind of in the Midwest or kind of Western Midwest. So, like I said, 47 states. They employ about 2,500 employees, and they have a revenue of about $87 million. So, still a very significant, very large company, just not growing as fast as the Chipotles of the world are. Products. So obviously I chose to do the burritos, which in my opinion are more or less exactly the same. I mean, they're not exactly the same. Obviously, we're going to talk about a little bit about competitive advantages, but they have a lot of the same ingredients, a lot of the same main staples. So the Chipotle burrito, Chipotle really stands by a few things a thousand ways, meaning yes, we make burritos, but it's not a Chipotle burrito. It's really your burrito because we have a few things that we put in it, but you put the combination, you make it, 1,000 different ways, and your burrito will never be the same twice. So they have 4 meat choices, 2 bean choices, 3 salsas, and then a variety of other toppings: sour cream, guacamole, cheese, lettuce, and then they also have, you can get chips too at there. Qdoba, on the other hand, like we talked about, food for people who love food, just good, honest, consistent products coming from Qdoba. However, they have a lot of the value. We'll talk a lot about, or not a lot about, but a little bit about how their value messages. They have a lot of the same, they have the same meat choices: steak, chicken, pork, the works, ground beef, and beans. They also have 2 types of beans. However, they have a lot more topping choices. They have 6 different salsas rather than 3. They have queso, which is a huge competitive advantage for Qdoba, as Chipotle doesn't have queso at all, not any whatsoever. One thing I didn't put on the slide, but Qdoba also has free guacamole. That's one of, I don't know if it's in all the stores, but in Lincoln, that's one thing you can do at Qdoba is you can get free guac because if you're a student. They also have 4 types of unique sauces, and this is also one of Qdoba's main competitive advantages, is because they market a lot of their burritos based on their unique sauces. They have a lot of smothered burritos that follow the names of their different sauces. So the Chipotle marketing strategy, they target millennials, young adults, young families, really just kids or people who are still trying to find their way, make their decisions, figure out what the world is like. They use a lot of emotional, a lot of cause marketing in there, and all across the board, from their traditional to their owned and social media marketing campaigns. They're targeting outspoken people who may or may not have some activist tendencies. The people that they're targeting are really passionate people that love food, and that they want to know that their food is safe and whole and fresh, and that it was produced in a natural or a humane way. Chipotle, like I said, they use some traditional advertising, but but they know that traditional advertising is not as well received from the millennials as it may be for the older generations, and so you'll see more social media, more owned media, which we'll look at here in just a second. They use a very integrated approach, whereas they have traditional media, but their traditional media messages show up in their owned media, and vice versa. Their owned media messages show up in their traditional media, and they have a good variety of both of those. So their print ads, they Chipotle, I think is kind of, to me, known for their billboards. I don't see ads in papers. You don't see um, a lot of in-store advertising or things like that. You see a lot of billboards, and they all look like this. They're very simple, very straightforward, but they all have those underlying cause marketing messages, like the one on the top. We wanted to have farmers in our ads, but what sells are big burritos, not lessons on sustainable farming. Very straightforward. To the consumer, it says we have big burritos. That's what they're all about. They're about their burritos, but they're also about their ingredients, and so they want that to show through in all aspects of their marketing campaigns, just like chicken raised with care, not chemicals. Um, just pretty much just communicating their messages about their ingredients. I think a lot of people are familiar with the Chipotle social media and owned media campaigns. The Scarecrow, Back to the Start, and Farmed and Dangerous are Farmed and Dangerous isn't animated, but I'll just refer to it as that just for, I guess, ease. But these are all very very emotionally appealing um, campaigns. They have what I believe. We learned about puffery in one of our ethics chapters. I think they have a lot of the scare factor about food and how it's raised. I don't think that these ads are as factual as they could be. I think that they are very one sided, but at the same time, they're very successful. They are unique, they are very well put together, and they communicate the message that Chipotle wants them to communicate. So maybe a little bit on the puffery side, but at the same time, very very unique and successful campaigns. Qdoba, on the other hand, has more of a value standpoint. That's good but affordable campaign. They target much the same demographic, students and middle class people, young families. They have a lot more direct marketing, student specials, customer loyalty programs, and BOGO or buy one get one type of campaigns. They really focus on their combo meals and things like that. Their marketing strategy is very different in that aspect from Chipotle's, which is more of a superior, high quality product type of message is kind of underlying there. So as you can see in some of their campaigns, Flavor Freedom is one of their main campaigns, and it has a lot to do with their salsas and sauces and all of the different combinations that you can get on the variety in their menu is what they're really trying to emphasize here, which is a good point and a good use of their competitive advantage over Chipotle. Kind of some other ones, kind of those deals and specials, Student Tuesdays, and Never Tried Three Cheese Queso. Is kind of like, you know, you can kind of see it there. Your Life Begins Today is on there. So really emphasizing those competitive advantages that they have over Qdoba, whereas Qdoba is definitely emphasizing their values, their goals, and their cause marketing and their marketing strategies. So very very different campaign strategies. Here, kind of in the last minute, and before I switch over to the next recording, the survey research I did was pretty crowdsourced, but at the same time, everyone I used did fall in the target market, and they were really relevant opinions. What I found actually, which I thought was interesting, is there was an even split between Chipotle and Qdoba when I asked which company, which brand was preferred. There was one person that didn't answer the question. I don't know who that was, but I'm guessing it must have been a tie for them too. And so, but for the most part, my research showed that Chipotle has those higher quality ingredients. People go there for the higher quality ingredients for the messages that resonate with them. Qdoba is a queso and quesadilla destination. People go there because they want the queso. See ya in a second.